Okay, for this episode of Megaman XDive, I'm gonna ask my buddy David here so we know what the hell we're actually talking about. What do you require in your action or superhero movie for it to actually be good? What is your criteria?
The same. For me, how to be at least a good, very intriguing and investing plot. Characters are interesting.
Okay, buzzwords. What does that mean?
What?
What does that mean? Intriguing, interesting, investable plot. What does that mean?
Okay, well, first, let's start with characters. Like, for one, they can bounce off each other. Like say, Superman and Lois during the interview scene. That was a good scene.
What? No! I've said before, that scene should have been cut. I 100% said that.
You're like the only one who ever here said that.
Again, we hang out with different people, dude. We really do.
I'm talking about the people I talk about. Literally, I think YouTube comments or views.
And there are also, again, we also watch different YouTube videos. We look at our recommended list; they don't even match up.
I've seen reviews on Flickr, so Rotten Tomatoes. Everywhere I look, people praise
Rotten Tomatoes is partially owned by Warner Brothers, by the way.
Point being, I have literally seen no one say anything bad about the interview scene.
No, I've seen a lot of people talk shit about the interview scene.
The hell have you seen?
A lot of people, okay? It's mostly like black guys though, which is interesting. Like a lot of black guys on YouTube really fucking hate that interview scene. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm being dead serious about it. I'm being genuine here. Like a lot of people who watched that movie that were African American or African but for a different country, like they did not like that scene.
Well, I did personally because it showed off the dynamic between Clark and Lois, especially.
Hold on, are we talking about the first interview or the kiss scene?
No, the first interview.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, no. It made Superman look bad.
How?
It made him look weak, like mentally weak. Like he lost his control. This is the Superman, not fucking theater kid. Like he could say people were going to die, but he didn't have to scream it.
Yes, he did.
No, because he could have navigated that interview better. One thing about Superman that I like is that he's fucking confident.
No, I have to agree with you. The way he raised his voice, the way he screamed that, it showed how important it was to him. Like he didn't. Like,
yeah, but it's also like he needs to have self-restraint though.
I literally do not see that at all. It's literally how he said in this movie, how he said it, what made it perfect. That's what I want to see in a character who literally who stands for what they do. So that's the kind of hero I want. Like take this for example, and take also Iron Man, the first movie.
That's different though. Iron Man was fucking tortured, bro.
Can I finish?
Sure.
After what he went through, after what he did, he was determined to fix things. So despite the controversy of what he does about him shutting down the weapon development, he goes straight to work.
Yes.
He does what he needs to do.
But the difference is that if you actually look at how that press conference was shot, he remained calm, he remained collected. Yes, he did have emotion in his voice, but he didn't divulge into a shouting fest with the press. He just got straight to work. He shut down weapons manufacturing. He saw people criticizing him over the media, but he wasn't, bitching about it. He just went back to work. He makes I think it's the Mark IV suit when he goes back to Afghanistan. Is that right? The Mark IV suit? And
with Mark III, actually.
Mark III? Okay. Either way, he makes a fucking suit that is badass to go to Afghanistan. And what does he do? He shows up, he lands. He's not talking, he's not bitching, he's not complaining. He just shows up and punches the terrorists in the face and then shoots more of them. Like, that's cool. He's not whining. He's not acting emotionally unstable. He is calm and level-headed. Yes, he is obviously tilted at what the media is presenting him as, including the financial bro from that movie. What's the greatest thing about investing in a weapons manufacturing company? A manufacturing company that doesn't invest in weapons. Like, there's emotion in that scene, but it doesn't have Robert Downey Jr. breaking down like a kid arguing with his parents.
I legit don't understand why he had the problem with Superman. They add more to the scene.
Superman has to be confident.
They also add more to when he said, we talked about that to Lex Luthor, how the whole there's always been wrong about me scene. That's
yeah, but why is he screaming in that scene?
Because everything he's been through that whole month. His home, his Fortress of Solitude was attacked. His own place connected to his home. He lost crypto. He found out about the message. How he's going through a lot right now. That's why he's spinning like that.
Yes, but if you look at even Man of Tomorrow, Superman is a very collected individual. Like, he goes through struggle, okay? He has emotional low points. But the point is that he is a confident character, and while on the inside it is breaking him, on the outside he shows strength. And that show of strength is inspirational. He is the Superman, not the man.
I like it like this because it shows that yes, he is a Superman. He is strong, he is serious, but he's also emotional. He's a person. He's not just some idol. He's not just some steadfast God. He's a person with emotion.
No, but
That's
even
literally what he's talking about to Lex. Every day he goes to struggle. He goes to stuff. He goes through the day, put one foot on the other, and keeps on going. That's what makes this Superman special.
No, you see, I actually like the words he's saying. The actual script, as it is written, is good. I just don't like how he delivers the line.
The way he delivers it,
Because if you want to make
cannot...
your point across to someone else who disagrees with you, you don't get that person to suddenly agree with you by shouting at him. It doesn't work that way.
He wasn't even trying to make Lex agree. He was just saying facts.
Was he?
Yeah, because
he wanted Lex to stop.
No, but here's the thing. Lex was acting like he knew Superman, but he didn't. Superman was telling point blank how he was. Whether Lex believed him or not, that's not what matters.
But he wanted Lex to stop the fighting, and you know how I know this? Because he was mad at Crypto for attacking Lex.
Well, at that point, it was too much over. The moment he broke in, he pushed Lex out. The Terrific was putting the code in. It was pretty much over for Lex. There was gonna be no more fighting, and then that's why he did that. And then Crypto just came in.
Nah, I don't. Because I don't think that's a cool way to show your character. Just make him.
No, I disagree. I cannot imagine Superman saying that while being calm. I just can't.
I guarantee you, if Reeves had that dialogue, he would have said it calmly. Because the truth is, Superman was the strongest character in that room. At that point, he couldn't be hurt anymore because the Ultraman had been defeated, and the nanite girl had been incapacitated. She's not dead; she was incapacitated. So
yeah, but like Superman,
he would have calmed down.
He wouldn't have. After all this shit he's gone through the past few days, anyone will be emotional. And would just lash out.
No, I think you would be emotional and lash out.
Like Jed, I'm feeling straight in many ways after if they went through the same thing Superman has.
You think who would have felt the same way?
Many people. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will go through that and
yes, but the thing is, Superman's supposed to be inspirational.
But he's also a person. He's not just some more.
I'm aware that he's a person. I'm well aware of that. I'm on your side. But at the same time, this Superman is emotionally unstable. He broke down mentally during an interview. That is not a thing that your hero should do.
No. If he was emotionally unstable, he would have just gone in and broke like right then and there.
He wanted to. When he runs into his office, he goes, "Where's the dog?" And he wanted to.
Yeah, and he didn't.
Because he knew that if he killed Lex, that the dog would never be found.
But that's also why he's not unstable. He still had control.
Yeah, but he's losing his control rather quickly in that movie. Like that movie, like emotionally breaks that Superman. Like I'm down to see Superman, get hurt physically, sure. But Superman's supposed to be a confident guy. That's the thing. He's supposed to be confident. He's not supposed to show the enemies that it's working. He's like, it still hurts him emotionally on the inside, yes. But he's not supposed to show it to the bad guys. That's why he would confide in Lois Lane. But the problem is that the interview scene doesn't work.
Okay, I'm curious now. How do you feel about Injustice Superman?
I don't like Injustice. I think that the game's pretty bad.
Okay, we'll talk about the game for another one. But how do you feel about that Superman as a character?
The way I think that was also like a fucking betrayal of his character. Like, yes, Superman would be mad. Hell, I would even say, okay, fine, kill the Joker because that motherfucker needs to die. But him trying to become, oh, we're gonna be dictator to everybody. No, that's not Superman. Okay, he's supposed to inspire hope in people.
Well, the thing is, what happened here, this Superman literally lost everything. He killed his own wife and baby. And he literally blew up the city he called home, killing millions.
Yeah, but I actually agree with Bruce, though, in that scene. It's like, yeah, he'll get over it. And the reason I'm confident that he would is because he's still the best man I know. And like, damn, like, yeah, like the truth is people go through hardship. Yes, people go through hardship. But the truth is the way you respond to that hardship determines what kind of person you really are. If you're able to stick to your ideals, regardless of the tragedy of the circumstances, you have a strong will. And Superman should have one of the strongest wills. He's Superman.
Yeah, people go through a hardship, but they don't call a nuke that killed the lives of millions.
Well, it's still a comic book story.
Don't go the one responsible, yes. But Superman said he was the gun. He was the one who, in his eyes, he did it.
Well, yeah, because technically speaking, while Joker is responsible for that entire situation, yes, on a technical level, Superman still killed Lois Lane. Yeah, I'm well aware of this. Okay, I played Injustice. I know what happens. Hell, I even read some of the comics before I just got sick of it.
Honestly, I can see why Superman did this.
No, I can see it too. The thing is, I can see a scenario where that would happen. But I don't think that Superman would be the one to have that happen to him. If it was a different character that wasn't Superman but had his powers, sure, I could see it. But the issue I have with Injustice is that they just make it Superman because, well, to be honest, I don't think anyone else has that kind of capacity in the DC Comics in terms of, abilities, powers, whatever, but would act in that way. Like, yes, you could give me the example of a broken Superman, and yeah, I understand that. I'm down for different interpretations of the character, sure. But the interpretation of the character still needs to be, well, A, it needs to make sense, and B, it needs to be cool to actually watch or read or play about it.
I just don't understand how you agree with it. It makes perfect sense to me, and like
because you're a more emotional person. Like, this isn't a diss on you. This is just the fact. You're a more emotional person than I am.
Okay, and I mean that's not a bad thing.
It is to the point where you're having shouting fest over a fictional character with your buddy that we talk to once a week.
Nope, I still don't see a problem with it.
Jesus Christ. How the hell are you ever gonna get laid? I'm sorry, I did not mean to say that like an insult. Like, I'm genuinely curious. I'm trying to imagine you living with a woman in marriage. I can't see it. And I'm not trying to be mean with I'm not trying to be mean. Like, really not. I'll move on. We'll move on. I just had the idea pop in my head just now. It's like, holy shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I'm seriously, like, I'm being serious for a second. Like, I'm not trying to be mean here. I just had that image pop in my head.
I know you're not. Anyways, back to your original question. We talked about characters a lot. Let's talk about what I meant by investing in the plot. If you ask me, the plot needs to be something that not only catches attention, but also brings in stakes. Let's take the new Fantastic Four, for example.
Wait. I just want to make one clarification, okay? We're gonna use the writing rules definitions. So plot means the events, story is how it's told. Just for the sake of making it easier for the audience to follow, when we say plot, we're talking about the events in the story. If we say the word story, we're talking about how it is told. Okay,
then the story needs to be done that can hook audiences good. It needs to, how do I say it? When they tell the story, it needs to be done that it's captivating. So let's take the new Fantastic Four, for example. How was this story told? We first off we see the characters as they are by themselves, but we see how they are as a family, how they are together. We see them getting ready for the baby. And then suddenly, bam! They get the drop of a villain coming to destroy the world.
Yeah, that's a hook.
Yeah, there's your hook, and already the stakes. The world is at stake. Lives are at stake. The unborn child is at stake.
Hold on, I'm gonna quickly interrupt you here because the thing is, this isn't gonna just be a you yap session. I'm actually gonna challenge you intellectually throughout this conversation. It's the fact that yes, you can have a story about the end of the world, but it is very difficult to get people hooked on the end of the world stakes because truth of the matter is, the majority of people don't actually have that much of a strong resolve towards such stakes. Simply because the fate of the world is such a rare stake in human lives that it's very difficult to pull that off. Now, that's why I think that it's really good that they did the fate of the baby. That is a very, very human stake, and I like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way they did it. They didn't just focus on the world itself. They mainly focused on how this was gonna affect our characters and the main outcome with the child. We focused on them, and that's what got people hooked onto it. We didn't just focus on the world.
Yes.
Because people say the world is ending, then that's bad. But like, I'm not really gonna care much about what other people think. I want to focus on our characters. So that we can agree on.
Well, here's my question, just as a bit of a question to you, as a bit of an interjection per se. Why do you think that movie is not performing well monetarily? Just curious.
If I had to guess, it's either because of how the movie is, or even the marketing. I think it's because of how before the current set of movies, the MCU has been on a side of a downhill spiral. I'm not gonna say that the MCU is flawless and perfect. Heck no.
Fuck.
It has a lot of problems. The Marvels was something.
Bad.
Ant-Man Quantumania was bland.
And we did not need that socialism dialogue. What the fuck was that, dude?
Right. So yeah, literally after Endgame, and MCU has kind of had like a mixed spiral, which people have got people tired of, and I understand that. That's kind of why I think the movie isn't doing well financially. Because some people are starting to get tired of the MCU. Especially because of Disney Plus. Disney Plus is not helping at all.
Dude, Disney Plus did not need to make all those TV shows mandatory watches. I'm sorry, that was so stupid of them.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna agree with that. I might just not like some of the shows like Loki and Falcon with the Soldier. Making them required watches to understand the movies.
That's retarded.
That's not a good idea.
Retarded. Like, look,
yeah.
I gave Kingdom Hearts a lot of shit for having make you buy different game consoles to play the fucking story. But at least at the end of the day, they were all video games. Yeah, there was a manga, there was optional readings, but that's the difference. It's optional. Like, you need to play the games to understand the story, and I'm down for that. But when you do this to a point where you have movies, you have TV shows, you have fucking director's commentaries that explain shit. That's the worst case scenario. The only other people I've seen do that was like fucking Rooster Teeth with Ruby, where they have the director's commentary literally explain the powers of some characters that are never explained in the show. Brilliant, guys, brilliant.
Oh boy. But yeah, that's kind of why I think it's not doing financially. People are just getting drained from the MCU.
Yeah, how come Spider-Man sells well? How come Spider-Man's making $1 billion? That's after Endgame stuff.
Well, I think with that, I'm thinking I'm gonna say with that because of the marketing for them, the hype that's going on. It really got past. We didn't just got past actors coming along. That's what I think was sold Spider-Man so much. The nostalgia of bringing nostalgia bait. That's what I'm saying.
So you don't think it was actually the quality of the movie?
Oh hell! Oh no! The movie was good. I was saying about that. I freaking love.
No, I didn't say that. I said you don't think the quality of the movie sold it. I didn't say whether or not you thought the movie was good. I didn't say either or.
Oh, no. But I'm trying to say yes. No, here's the thing: the nostalgia stuff with the actors and with the hook and the quality is what literally lured them in and sold it.
How often have you rewatched that movie?
I have literally seen No Way Home 7 times.
So at this point, you're into that movie for the fan service, then?
I still freaking enjoy the scenes.
Exactly. You like the scenes. That's fine.
Yeah, I enjoy the story too. Like, it's
not
just the fan service.
In your words, I want you to summarize the story for me.
Okay, simple. After Far From Home, Peter is identity exposed, and we literally see how turning his life upside down along with the life of his friends and family. After he just got cleared, he still has the voice of public opinion, and we see how it's going to affect him. He and a friend unable to go to college. He goes to Strange to get some help there, but trying to make things go his way. It ends badly, and next thing we know, we literally get past actors, past Spider-Man from other movies coming into here too, and Peter now has to deal with all that, but also still trying to make to look good. Jonah is still trying to make him look bad. She tried to fix things, tried to get into the fight, fight up the Strange, tried to goes well. Everything seems to be going well. He's able to fix Dr. Octopus and make them back to normal. But then Green Goblin shows up and literally turns everyone against him again, leading to the death of Aunt May, destroying his home, and everyone just wants to game against him except for his friends. And Spider-Man is now just feeling alone. And this is when his friends show up along with the other Spider-Man, and together they're able to lift Peter back up, and they work together to fix the villains, leading to an epic final battle with so many good scenes together, so many good fights, all leading to the best fight: Tom Holland Peter versus William Dafoe, the Green Goblin. That fight, hands down, was the best part of the movie because the way this people was not holding back, he was out for blood, and it was epic. And in the end, he had to make the ultimate sacrifice. Everyone needed to forget him to save the day. Everyone, including his best friend and his girlfriend. And now Peter is now truly all alone. With the new suit that isn't as high tech as his old one, and now he's just off saving the day with the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man solo. You still there?
I'm still here.
I just finished. That's what the movie in my words.
Oh shit! The fucking footage ended. What the fuck?
Yeah, it ended a long time ago.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I guess we'll continue this next week then, because audience members have a nice evening.